I have not been basically 1865 till 1980. I was big old war kind of civil rights movement. And then somehow I ended up it's a very common place.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of
Most people. No, I know you dabbled a little bit in Denise and stuff.
Oh, yes, I was so close. Well, actually, no, I did have a pseudo career in underwater. We taught him together.
I teach sport and society, and I've been introducing the idea of like historiography to the students and explaining how what we view as right and wrong in microscope, you can't necessarily use that lens on what was 1950. And I actually found that having a background in history is helpful to teach.
Social science version is just how areas of approaches change. Well, even history, they don't really like this. Maybe we'll catch up afterwards.
Shabbat Shalom. It's good to see you all here tonight and to celebrate Shabbat. And so, to get us in a mood before we begin, the Zohar, the Book of Splendor, which was a basis of Kabbalistic mysticism, teaches us and recommends that if we sit for a moment with our eyes closed, concentrating on receiving Shabbat, and then we open our eyes, we may feel the presence of Shabbat. So let's take that moment now. We'll begin our service with the kindling of the Shabbat candles. I invite up Barry and Kevin to kindle the Shabbat candles.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and into our lives.
Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'had l'ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'had l'ner shel Shabbat.
We now turn to page 123. I invite Jillian up to lead us in the Kiddush. Please rise. Please be seated. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel taught, to pray is to take notice of the wonder, to regain a sense of the mystery that animates all beings, the divine margin in all attainments. Prayer is our humble answer to the inconceivable surprise of living. It is all we can offer in return for the mystery by which we live. We turn now to page 134. As part of Psalm 98, we sing Zamru.
Tevel
The poet Leah Goldberg wrote, "Teach me, my God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew our days. Lest my day be as the one before, lest routine set my ways." We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 138, 139. We do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to verse 9, we rise, we face the rear, and we welcome the Sabbath bride. We now turn to page 144 as we continue with the Chatzi Kaddish. Amen. Ushmechata benechemata namiran be'alma. As we turn to the Baruch Hu on page 146, those who are able, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mishanei itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'misader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, ma'avir yom u'mevi layla, u'mavdil ben yom u'ben layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Ma'ariv Aravim. 151 together. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me in the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem. Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ותשמעתם לבבך, ודיברת בם, בשיטתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושרתם ובקומך, ושרתם לאות על ידך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. לטפתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם לכל מצוותיי, ועשיתם נשים ללכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Together, 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ya 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 bye bye bim bam, ay ya 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 bye bye bim bam. Mihi chamocha b'nim Adonai, mihi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah teila tov sefele, Torah teila tov sefele, Ma'arech u'tekarahu banecha, Bogei hayam lefnei Miriam, Zeni zeni anu v'yamru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ya bye bye bim bim bam, ya bye bye bim bam, ya 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 bye bye bim bam, ya 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 bye bye bim bam.
ונאמר כפר אדוני את יעקב, גאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, וחמיתנו שמרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, וחמיתנו שמרנו לחיים. ושמור את צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, וחמיתנו שמרנו
לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, וחמיתנו שמרנו לחיים. וחמיתנו שמרנו לחיים.
Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukkot shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Continue, page 162, with Yismechu.
ישמחו במלכותך,
שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג
שבת.
ישמחו במלכותך,
שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. וקורא
Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat V'yismechu v'malachu Demar Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat
Zecher למעשה בראשית שבת זכר למעשה בראשית שבת
וישמחו ומלכו דמר שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת וישמחו ומלכו דמר שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
As we turn to the tefillah on page 164, may all who are able please rise for the tefillah.
Adonai sefatah
Ufi yagi tehilatecha Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zoker Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Gula L'bneihem, Leman Shemo V'Yahava, Melech Rozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham B'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Yaakov atah, Rav Le'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim B'chesed, Mechayei HaKol B'rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'rafeh Cholim, U'matir Asurim, U'mekayem Emunato, L'shenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevuro, U'mido Mehela, Melech B'min U'mechayei, U'matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekaneh hakol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated as we turn to 175 and read together. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, sha'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
God, our Redeemer and Helper. Let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha lecha na'el lahodot. Let us take a few moments for silent prayer and meditation.
Amen.
We now turn our thoughts to those in need of healing. We'll read the prayer, we'll say some names, and then I'll look around. If you have more names to add, please feel free to pray to them. Say those names out loud or pray for them in your heart. And then we'll join together in the middle of page 371 as we sing the Misha Berach. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. Our thoughts turn to those in need of healing. Thomas DiMatteo, Mark Friedman, Elizabeth Friedman, Dorothy Jacobson, Shane Esther Bat Rachel, Chris Sura, Joel Shemaskin, Chaya Necha Bat Riva Leah, Simon Brightman, Barbara Bayer, Beata Falkovich, Lawrence Post, Katriel Parachia, Ben Herschel Lezer Vishashana, Davida Beer, Michael Wistreich, Sally Graff, Sam Webby, Sarah Bat Abraham Vasara, William Fawcett Jr., Ella Krushkov, Alan Skirker, Muriel Steinberg, Chaim Ben Sarah Dina Vyoshua, Jeffrey Sussman, Laura Braun, Seema Rachel Bat Esther Fadel, Margaret Canna, Tamara Ariel Bat Yafasara. Are there any other names that you'd like to share?
Larry Batten.
Ann Tanny.
Scott Slab.
May the Holy and Blessed One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored. And their strength to be revived. May God send renewal of body and spirit. May God grant strength to them, their loved ones. And their caretakers. Let us say, Amen. One of the wonderful things about being the rabbi of this congregation is that there are so many people I would call heroes. For example, those people who give countless hours here at the temple. One example, and I'm not naming you all because there are many others who are here today, but those people who put on shmuz and Shabbat every couple of weeks and get the food out and feed today hundreds of people and take care of it. So those are some of the heroes here at Temple Sinai. But we also have heroes who are out in the community doing many things. And one of the people that I consider a hero in all the work that she does all over the globe, in helping people be able to reach full potential, enjoy life, celebrate, is Dr. Professor Lauren Lieberman and this being Jewish our Diversity Awareness and Inclusion Month, we thought it was so appropriate to have our own Lauren Lieberman speak to us this evening.
I want to start out by saying Mazel Tov to Jillian Wexler, and congratulations to the whole Wexler family on this really happy occasion. So congratulations, Jillian. I want to thank you to the rabbis for inviting me to speak tonight. I'm a professor in the kinesiology department at SUNY Brockport in adapted physical education. I'm also co-chair with Joel Shamaskin. Joel, you want to wave? Co-chair with Joel of the Accessibility and Inclusion Committee here at Temple Sinai. And I know a lot of us are here. Maybe can everybody on our committee wave their hand? Just thank you, everybody, for all the hard work you do and we do. The committee and I work hand in hand on every project. We work together. So I'm speaking from an able-bodied perspective, yet of an advocate, ally, friend, and sibling of people with disabilities. Tonight, I want to focus on the concept of interdependence. Interdependence defined is dependence on each other or one another, mutual dependence. I chose this concept because I'm always driven by a saying I learned when Katrina, my wife, was in her doctoral program at Syracuse University. And the saying is, I'm sure you've probably heard this, nothing about us without us. Nothing about us without us. Let's say it together. Nothing about us without us. I interpret this as not making any decisions or assumptions about people with disabilities, but work with them to determine what is needed. This past fall, I was very fortunate to be awarded a global Fulbright scholarship for my sabbatical. The goal of the Fulbright was to train teachers, parents, and specialists on how to teach physical activity and sports to children with visual impairments and eventually start new Camp Abilities. So Camp Abilities is an educational sports camp for children who are visually impaired or blind or deafblind. And the global Fulbright was to go to Ghana and start a camp there, and Ireland, and go to Brazil as well. And I had the amazing opportunity to travel to and we also went to South Africa and Latvia on our way around the globe, to 5 different countries, and Katrina also had sabbatical, so it was extra special for us. One commonality that I saw in every country was really resilience of people with disabilities. I also saw some incredible programs and many people who are working hard to include everyone. When I was in Ireland, I was looking at my schedule that my host had given me, and I saw that I had a meeting with a group of professors in the sports studies program about Amanda. It just said, meeting about Amanda. Amanda is a freshman in their program who happens to be visually impaired. She was an Irish Paralympic track runner and was very athletic. These professors had set up a meeting to discuss Amanda's needs in her classes, instructional needs, practicum experiences, and her evaluations. How is she going to be graded? I asked if Amanda was going to be there at this meeting on Friday, and they said, no, we thought you could tell us what Amanda needs. Now, I had met Amanda a few times, and I understood on a general level kind of what she sees and what her goals are, but there was no way I was going to speak for Amanda. I invited Amanda to the meeting. I didn't ask them, I just invited her to the meeting, and told her professors that she was coming. In that meeting, they shared their concerns with her, and Amanda told them how they can accommodate her needs. They walked through her practicum, her assessments in each class, and worked through her evaluation system, the way she's going to be graded, with her. Amanda spoke for herself. She told them what she needed to be included. I was just there for support, but I did not speak for Amanda. We were interdependent. She needed me and her professors to be successful, but they needed her to tell them what she needed. Together, they figured out how to include her. This idea of interdependence is the focus of our Committee on Accessibility and Inclusion. We have many people with disabilities on our committee, as well as parents of children with disabilities. We have sent questionnaires to our members. We have had panel discussions where our members shared their needs and wants with us. We are consistently asking members what they need related to feeling included in our congregation. We listen and we do everything we possibly can to ensure everyone is welcome and has full access to our programs. We cannot be inclusive without knowing what people need. People can't be included without sharing what accommodations they need. We are forever interdependent. We can't do it without each other. Think about how your life includes people of all abilities. Is their input considered when determining what is needed to accommodate everyone? I know that many of us are already doing this in our day-to-day lives. It is important to keep this idea in the forefront of your minds when conducting research, when planning an event, and when developing programs. I'm happy to say that Amanda is coming to Brockport this summer. She will be volunteering to be a counselor at our Camp Abilities in Brockport. She told me that it is her turn to help others because she has been helped and supported by so many people throughout her life. This reciprocity is the way we must move forward in order to ensure inclusion of everyone. We can't do it without each other. Thank you, and good luck tomorrow, Jillian. I know you're going to do great.
Thank you, Lauren. Different way of thinking about things helps. So now I would like to invite Jillian and everybody else who is not yet bar or bat mitzvah under the age of 13 to come up on the bima to receive a blessing. The custom is to bless our children on Shabbat evening, on Friday evening, and we bless our children who are younger than 13, we bless our children who are older than 13, we bless our children who are with us, and we bless our children who are not with us. And we say, may God bless you and watch over you. And the light of God shine upon you. May God be gracious to you. May the countenance of God, the face of God be lifted up to you. May you be blessed. Shalom. You can go back towards your seats, but don't sit down because everybody else who is able is going to rise as we turn to page 586, the second paragraph on that page for the Aleinu.
Ki Adonai hu Elohim Hashamayim Ne'emar v'haya Adonai Lamelech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo
We think now of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. This Shabbat, we extend sympathies to all who mourn the recent deaths and in our period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, for Misha Koretsky, the great-uncle of Canterbraun, Judith Holmes, the mother of Jackie Ebner and a dear member of this congregation, Ira Coleman, the cousin of Pauline Rosenberg, Maxine Goldstein-Sheffrin, the mother of Elise Friedlander, Edith Bement, the grandmother of Bill Bement. We also remember the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Bernard Agins, Henry Burns, Mildred Block, Amy Ida Briskin-Dawes, Marion Brunell, Ruth Byam, Thomas A. Cortu, Andy Serkin, Frieda Dorf, Sheldon Drexler, Irving Friedlander, Richard Friedman, Mike Greenberg, Leonard Greenberg, Robert Harner, Gabriel Harris, Leo Hoffman, Chaya Kansenberg, Florence Levenberg, Mildred Montrose, Rose Perlstein, Helen Prue, Jack Rips, Morton Rosenbaum, Hannah Seidel, Henrietta Schester, Libby Schlossberg, Irvin Silton, Arthur Simon, Mary Jo Smith, Annette Solomon, Ann Wilson Stanger, Max Stein, Rosalind Suntop, Gerald Usdane, Ilya Vinegar, Ida Weingarten, Frida Rose Weinstein, Lucille Weinstein, Gussie Lassman-Zand, and Joseph Zatzkin. Are there any other names anyone would like to share, recent deaths or yard sites?
John Bilbish.
Zichronam Nevracha, may their memories all be for blessing. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad yivrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam olomei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, damiran mi'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yal kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. May God who creates peace above, let peace descend on us and all Israel and all humanity throughout the earth. And let us say together, Amen. Please be seated. Again, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So here's your quiz for tonight. That was a long Kaddish list. Anybody want to tell me why it was a longer Kaddish list than usual? What? Yes, we are now in the month of Adar. So this expression is be happy it's Adar. Because what's coming up in 2 weeks? Purim. Not 2 weeks. Gosh, less than 2 weeks. Next Monday. But some years we have a leap month. And the leap month is Adar 2. So there are some years, 7 out of 19 years during a cycle that we have 13 months. And there are 2 Adars. So when you have one Adar, you have to read the yard sites of both Adars in that 1 month. You get a star, gold star, Beth. Okay. I didn't hear what you said, Gail, so I don't know. A leap year. Well, this is not a leap year for us as Jews. It is a leap year for us as everybody else. So, and because it's a leap year, tomorrow morning, on the first day of the last day of February, we have Torah study at 9:15 and at 10:30 a.m. Jillian Wexler, the daughter of Kevin and Barry, and the granddaughter of Steve and Nadine, will lead the morning service as a bat mitzvah. Mazal tov to you. I can't imagine having a simcha with you and your family. It's just something unusual for me, right? Yeah, well, we know that. So that's at 10:30 tomorrow. In day 12, the Purim choir is going to be rehearsing. Sunday the 1st, there is adult ed at 9:30. There is religious school. There is no adult Hebrew. There is all the classes for religious school. And just to mention that the Commission on Jewish-Muslim Understanding is having a picnic at 5 p.m. at the park next to the Brighton Park next to the Islamic Center. I forget the name of the park itself. What? What? Harmon Lodge. You know, you just had a celebration there. So anybody can come, and it's a great way to meet some of your neighbors, and it's a mixture. And let me tell you guys, last time we had the group, there were lots and lots of people from the Islamic Center and some new immigrants. It was wonderful meeting them, and there were 5 Jews. And we're part of this commission together. So if you really want to have a nice time, meet some new people that you don't know or meet people that you do know, come. All you have to do is bring some sort of a dish and label it, right? You're even allowed to bring meat, but I would stay away from it unless you get kosher or halal. But you can bring dessert, you can bring a salad, you can bring anything. So that's Sunday at 5. Tuesday, the 7:30, Anna Kislansky, who is from the Israel Movement of Progressive Judaism, the Reform Movement in Israel, is back in town, and she will be talking about the elections that are happening in Israel this week. And she said, will the third time be a charm? Everything I'm reading today is there's going to be a fourth time. Oh my gosh. You think we have crazy elections. Wednesday the 4th, she's going to be teaching again at TBK at a lunch and learn. You bring your lunch and you just come. And that's, Tuesday it's here at 7:30. On Wednesday it's at TBK. And her topic then is Reform Judaism and in Israel, Opportunities and Challenges. And I gather she's doing that multimedia. Women's Chavurah that evening is having a garden talk with Carol Sotheby at 7 p.m. Religious practice meeting is 7 p.m. on Thursday. Next Friday, we are bringing in the first of this month when we canceled services. So the first of the series of the Jewish Disabilities Awareness and Inclusion Month topic is our future accessible, and we'll have birthday blessings. We'll have 4th graders participating. We're going to have J-Rock at that. J-Rock, which is a teenage music group in town, and it's followed by dinner with friends. And you can even come alone and make a friend. Saturday the 7th, we have Torah study, Shabbat service, and choir packers. Sunday the 8th is Coffee for Cause and all the rest of the stuff. Purim is Monday evening, March 9th. Sign up, I think it's like the last day you can sign up for the discount on the dinner, and you know that dinner is wonderful salad and pizza. What else can you ask for? And there's Humintashen, and there's a carnival for the kids at 5, so between 5 and 6 between eating and carnivaling, it's a lot of fun. But this is for adults too, and then at 6 p.m., the special Purim spiel directed by our own Cantor Braun, and get ready to come and rock it out with, what's his name? Danny Zuko and the rest. Thursday the 12th, the Accessibility and Inclusion Committee is having a meeting at 6:30. Friday the 13th, Young Family Service, Shmuz and Shabbat, Erev Shabbat services, 3rd and 14th. Havdalah dinner at members' homes on Saturday the 14th. I want to introduce our greeter from the Board of Trustees, Lindsay. Lindsay Hagan is from the Board of Trustees, and she's here to greet you, so if you have questions, ask her. And I want to offer a mazel tov to Deb Ribb and Jay Parnas on the engagement of their son Andrew, to Indiana Brown and their son Jamie on his acceptance at Brown University for a psychology internship. And finally, everybody is invited after the service to an Oneg Shabbat, sponsored by the Wexler family in honor of Jillian. Want to mention, again, this time of year, Brighton Food Cupboard is short and they need cereal, oil, and snacks. So please, it helps families. You can bring this stuff here or to the Brookside location, 220 Idlewild Road, between 7:30 and 6 on school days. It is not a spam mail. If you get something, a survey from the URJ or a survey country about our congregation, it is going to help assess what we do well, what we don't, what we can improve upon, and how we can move into the future. So please, it took me about 12 minutes, I don't even think it was 15, to fill it out, and it's not hard. Please fill it out. The more we get, the better we can measure ourselves and keep us strong. And finally, who hasn't voted in the Zionist elections?
I couldn't get in.
We'll try again. No, you get a new number. You get a new number. Okay, so anybody who is self-declared Jewish and will follow the, and is an adult, so that even includes Zared, you can go on the website, go to our link from the website or from the snippets, and you vote. And we hope you vote for, I can't tell you to vote for, but I hope you vote for ARTSA, which represents the Reform and the Reconstructionist movements together. Conservative movements have their own, but it's to help us do things. This past week in Israel, there was a group from Rochester, and some of the women went to the wall, where women are not allowed to have regular services, and we're not allowed mixed services at the wall. And they went to the wall, and Meredith and Judy Abelman had an aliyah, but under the protection of police because they're harassed, and the money that we gained from the World Zionist Movement, from the Sachnut, the Jewish agency, helps us build on those institutions that help support not just reforming conservative Jews, but rights for other people. The IRAC, the Israel Religious Action Center, which actually has defended Orthodox women against discrimination. So it does a lot of good, so please vote. It's a big $7.50. I know I no money on Shabbat, but so don't do it tonight. But you go online and you vote, and it's not hard, and your vote really matters. And that's enough for the night. So we're going to turn to Motzi. Oh, by the way, you'll notice that from now on until things pass, like flu season and other seasons, I'm going to be elbow bumping with people. It's not because I don't want to hug you and kiss you and shake your hand, but I think that's a good way to go for now, for a while, until, the season passed and we go on with the rest of life. We got through it a few years ago. Do you remember that high holidays where we only elbow bumped? Some of you remember that. So please, it's a way of still, nobody doesn't care about you. We're still warm and friendly, but sometimes it's better not to hug and breathe on other people.
Amen.
Our closing song on page 632 is Mi Pierre. Please rise for closing benediction. Misha Shikain Shemo Babayat Hazeh V'yashkin B'nechem Ahava Yachava V'Shalom V'Reut. May the one who causes God's name to dwell in this house cause love and brotherhood and sisterhood, peace and camaraderie to dwell among us. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
And it's hard to do from here.
Yeah, but I went there to estimates.
Erev Shabbat. I know, I'm sorry. Brooklyn. Brooklyn good. I can never get out. It's hard. You know. So on Monday, I was sick, but I just put in my office room because when I just she can't leave her house.
Like she has there's no elevator.
No elevator. Right. There are 7 steps and then 20. So now we installed the staircase. And she can probably walk. So she's getting better. Thank God. My sister
broke her arm, right?
very bad. She has like a second surgery.
Well, is there anything? Hey, let me know.
Yeah. Will you help me bring some stuff in the house? In the house? Hey, Andrew. Yeah.
Gravity! Gravity!
Take a phone.
Let me come. Madison, come here. Madison, come here. You have a picture of me. I will help.
Are you ready? Oh, there she is. Good night, darling. Good night. Good night.